from Atlanta, Georgia. Lee says this. I have a question. Thinking of rolling my 401k into the purchase of a home. I am 59 and a half, so my question is, will there be any taxes on that move? Could that money be transferred from the 401k office right into the loan? This will be a purchase of a new home, if that is helpful. Lee from Atlanta, appreciate the email. I think he's confused a little bit. He's like, there's a rollover where you can roll over a 401k into an IRA.
Correct.
You saying, hey, I want to buy a house. Can I just roll my 401k into a loan?
Right. And the answer, Lee, is no. I'll just tell you that because it's a different kind of thing. Notice how I looked in the camera.
That was good.
Just for Lee.
That was good.
Anyway, so you're right, Joe. You can roll over a 401k to an IRA and not pay taxes. Mm-hmm. Right? You can roll, if you will, we call it 1031 exchange, when you have a rental property and roll that gain into another property via 1031 exchange. But this is two different things. You can't take a 401k and roll it into your home.
And avoid tax.
So what happens is the entire distribution is taxable. And we see people make this mistake. They think it's maybe because they rolled it to a different investment. They don't have to pay tax.
Right. It's, okay, well, I'm buying a house. I have mutual funds. Now I want to buy a home.
Right.
I'm not spending it. I'm not taking it to the casino or the bar or going to the kids at Disneyland. I'm actually buying an asset.
Yeah. So why should I have to pay tax?
Sure.
Right.
First it's a personal use asset.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing.
But and sometimes people think, all right, well, yeah, I'll pay a little bit of tax. I'm in the 15, or now let's just say I'm in the 12% tax bracket.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a $200,000 distribution from my retirement account and then put a down payment on this house.
Right.
And then they're calculating the tax. Well, 12% on 200,000. That's not too bad.
Right.
But it doesn't work that way.
No, because you get thrown into a higher tax bracket, and so not all of it's taxed at 12%, and then you got state taxes on top of that.
Right. And then guess what happens the next year? When they take that money out, they're not automatically taxed. So, Lee, don't do this. So you're taking the money out, you're going to buy your house, and you're moved in, and you're loving it. And you're like, oh, honey, we got our primary residence. Isn't this great? And then April 15th of next year, you do your taxes.
Yeah, you're doing TurboTax, and you're thinking there's something wrong with this program because it says I owe $80,000 of tax.
Exactly. And it's like, well, how do we owe so much tax? Well, because there was a 1099-R as a full distribution from your retirement account as income. And then that gets plugged into the situation. Now you owe 80, 100,000, 200, whatever it is.
500,000, whatever the number is.
How much money you're pulling out of your retirement account.
Right.
And then where are you going to go to pay that tax?
Yeah, because you already used your 401k.
You're selling your home.
So, yeah, I hope you had a good year.
Right. Or you're in default. I mean, really bad things can happen.
Yeah.
Because the numbers you see on your 401k statement is not all yours. It's not all your money.
Yeah, you've got a partner. And part of the confusion here is he's thinking, I'm waited till 59 and a half.
So I'm clean.
So there's no penalty. Right, there's no 10% penalty, but you still have to pay taxes on what you pull out.
All right, Lee, don't do it.